Well, hello, you intrepid musical discoverer, you, and welcome to the very first video show on Midi TV. I'm Sarah Gosling. You might well know me as the presenter of BBC Music Introducing in the Southwest, and if that's the case, I hope, fingers crossed, that you know that I proper care about our local music, and I'm so excited to be showing it off in this format, because, you know, I see you, I know you were like, sure, MTV's all well and good, Sarah. 4Music is fine, sure, they're doing whatever. But what we need is a Devon-specific music video show. We'll look no longer, because that is what we are going to be doing every 5 weeks for you. And in this first episode, I wanted to kind of give you a bit of a cross-section of all of the brilliant music going on here. So later in the episode, you're going to meet Ferris and Sylvester, who have completely upended the way that they make music videos so they can keep doing it during lockdown. You're going to meet Savannah, who not only made a music video, she made an entire visual album. We're going to be crossing genres. You're going to be getting dance, alt pop, you're getting indie, but we're starting off with what I like to think of as basically a visual postcard of love to Devon. From Torquay 5-piece, I love them, I hope you do too. Tourists and Another State.
I said empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
So
told you it was gorgeous, didn't I? Tourists and Another State, the title track of their album of the same name, which if you need a bit of like sunshiny, shoegazy goodness in your life, give it a go. Honest, proper good, that is. We have got some dance on the way, courtesy of In-House, who are just stupid fun. Like, if you need more wigs in your life, some fake surgery and a bit of sci-fi, got your back covered. We're on it. We're on it. You're watching Midi TV, the very first video show. If you want to get in touch on socials, we would love to hear from you at MidiTV UK. Come say hey. Come tell me you think my hair's looking lovely, and don't tell me anything mean, because I have a very fragile ego and I'll just cry, and that's not very fun for anybody. You're going to see me chatting to Savannah Roberts in one track's time, all about how she made her visual album Lemon and Honey, which is so gorgeous. You're going to love it. But right now, we're going to stick with some guitars for a minute. We're going proper indie with some guys who have been smashing their video as out of the park recently. They had Cosmo Jarvis directing, and on this one, they're just scooting around, having a lovely time, fusing behind the scenes with the great outdoors, The Native and Lost on You.
People come into your life uninvited, holding on, lost on you. They try to justify what I've been missing. I try to fight, I try to hide. All of these feelings inside my mind. So be the one to save me from holding on, lost on you. From all the things that I said I'd never lose, holding on, lost on you. I just wanna settle down, you don't like that. Holding on, lost on you. Let's forgive and then forget, it's out of your control. No, I have to fight, no, I have to hide. All of these feelings inside my mind. So be the one to save me from holding on, lost on you. From all the things that I said I'd never lose, holding on, lost on you. Where are we going? What are we doing? Where did I go wrong? Where are we going? What are we doing? Where did I go wrong? Be the one to save me from holding on, lost on you. From all the things that I said I'd never lose, holding on, lost on you. Where are we going? What are we doing? Where did I go wrong? Where are we going? What are we doing? Where did I go wrong?
So, as you've probably gotten the idea of by this point, this is the video show where usually, someone will make a music video for a particular song. Some people, though, like to make their lives an awful lot harder, and so make an entire visual album. And cue one such artist, the brilliant Savannah Roberts. How are you, Savannah?
I'm good, thank you. Hi.
So you made this visual album, Lemon and Honey, right? What was the kind of idea behind it? Why did you decide to do such a massive visual undertaking?
Well, I always have loved film, and I think it's so brilliantly paired with music. And when I decided to theme this album around nostalgia, to me, that's a really visual thing. And I thought I could really heighten the experience of this journey through childhood and growing up by fusing it with some footage and making it an immersive experience.
Yeah. So where did you kind of start then? Did the visuals come first for you and you built the songs around them, or vice versa?
The process was quite messy. There was no there was no rhyme or reason to my process, which definitely made it harder.
Yeah.
I think whenever I write music, personally, I get really excited about what that means in terms of a music video or visuals. So I would make a demo for a song and then start filming, and then make a demo for the video and then finish the song, which isn't smart by any means, but it kept me busy. It definitely kept me busy. Yeah,
I can well imagine, and it's a beautiful kind of visual experience. We're going to watch the intro and the title track, Lemon and Honey. But what did you kind of do filming wise? Because I mean, you can see a nice kind of definitive switch between each track. I mean, you've put it on words wise on the screen, but also kind of tonally. Did you like do a map in your mind or on big post-its of how you were going to do it? Did you pick out certain locations? What was the process?
Well, I had each song in my mind was a chapter, so I knew that going through these different chapters in terms of storytelling, that I wanted to kind of give each one a visual identity. So I bought a camcorder that the same model that we had when I was growing up.
Oh,
yeah, and that
so
for me, it was just like really kind of made me want to do it more, because I felt like my nostalgia was coming into it. And I went out into different places in Devon, collected all these different types of footage, and then categorized them into the songs that I thought that they fit.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, some videos are completely like that VHS style, and then other ones have a Super 8mm style, and I try to kind of go through all the different types of media you could kind of envision and do it that way.
Nice. Do you think, having done this mammoth effort, 11 tracks, Savannah, you would do it again? Is another visual album up your street?
Not anytime soon. I think I would like to put that much time into a project, but maybe a shorter one, and then build up my skill set, and then probably go back to it when I'm a different kind of filmmaker and I have a different type of skills to execute and come up with something a little bit different. But it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work.
Yeah, you can see that. It's paid off though, definitely.
Thank you.
And not at all, before we go into it, what does Lemon and Honey mean to you as a track? What is the kind of feeling that you're hoping this video that everyone's about to see will awaken in the viewer?
Lemon and Honey is kind of the beginning of the story. It's basically setting you up for all the amazing chapters that are coming after it. It's very much thinking back to like your very early stages of life, and there's so much that could potentially happen, and I think it really sets up the scene for a very reflective and wistful album, which it definitely is. So I hope that comes through in it.
Beautifully put, beautifully put. It's almost like you write and make art, Savannah. It's amazing. Well, here you go, as part of the beautiful visual album Lemon and Honey, as brought to you by Savannah Roberts, is the intro and the title track, Lemon and Honey.
What are you painting? A dog. What are you going to use your dog for? You don't know?
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the things I really enjoyed growing up generally, is that my parents really used to go out to these various...
She's talking about how I really want to go home. Like, I can't wait to go home.
We used to go up to Holden quite a lot. And just walk along the trails, sometimes cycle.
And I think we're very lucky to have grown up in such a beautiful place.
Yeah, I really miss it.
I don't really miss it, but actually no, when I do kind of miss it. But it's a lot more than that. It's more of a feeling, the setting.
gezellige feest. Hier zijn met jou, het is heel gezellig. It's more of a feeling and an expression of contentness and satisfaction. And like, this is where I want to be for the next few minutes.
The kitchen table precedes you, having the conversation of conversations. Some might say it's far too young to think about that one thing, but something most people are scared of, but not you. You just had to. Maybe wouldn't be the worst thing. You could be the best thing. Maybe we could have everything. A house by the sea, a childhood belief that everything is so sunny, perfect, honey. I can't wait to meet you. I think it's gonna be everything I've been missing. I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to see you. Wrapped up bundle of joy, bright new shiny toy. I'm so thrilled we had you. Perfect little girl, perfect little boy. How did this become from one conversation over lemon and honey?
See, I don't think it's an understatement to say that the last few months have been a little rough extend that to a year and you're a bit closer. And so sometimes just like indulging in something like Savannah Roberts' Lemon and Honey, it's just a balm for the soul. I love it. Taken from her visual album of the same name, I very much urge you to go and have a look at it. Just sit with it and a cup of tea for half an hour. It's delightful, promise. And from something soothing and beautiful and showing off the great Devon landscape to something completely different. We're going industrial. We're going mad as a hatter. We're going the only guys who can pull this off, the phenomenal in-house. And oh yeah. So I think we can all agree that I couldn't really do the inaugural video show without including something by this guy. I'm going to be chatting to him in another episode about how he comes up with his ideas, how he executes them, most importantly. But right now, a little introduction to the madcap world of George Moyer, if you're not in there already. This track was the Radio 1 introducing track of the week. We love it so, so much. From Plymouth, George Moyer and Flowers.
Flowers cause I feel like I want to impress her. She likes saving money, so I got them cheap Been ages since I told her how I like her haircut. She doesn't believe me, so I say again. Every evening I spend with you, I just make you feel strange. Just pretending to read the news, never acting my age. Just been thinking about myself, I don't make time for you. Think it's time I apologize. If I buy you flowers, would that be okay? If I buy you flowers, just a small bouquet, would that be okay? It's already getting later in the day. I haven't done the dishes, I don't think I helped myself. How do I get back to being more on top of things? I feel like I just let her down again. Every evening I spend with you, I just make you feel strange. Just pretending to read the news, never acting my age. Just been thinking about myself, I don't make time for you. Think it's time I apologize. If I buy you flowers, would that be okay? If I buy you flowers, just a small bouquet, would that be okay? Daffodils and roses, pocket full of posies. I'm not great at this, I'm sorry, really truly sorry. And if I buy you flowers, would that be okay? Just a small bouquet. Every evening I spend with you, I just make you feel strange. Just pretending to read the news, never acting my age. Just been thinking about myself, I don't make time for you. Think it's time I apologize. If I buy you flowers, would that be okay? If I buy you flowers, just a small bouquet, would that be okay? Daffodils and roses, pocket full of posies. I'm not great at this, I'm sorry, really truly sorry. And if I buy you flowers, would that be okay? Just a small bouquet. If I buy you flowers.
George Moyer and Flowers on the video show on Midi TV. I've still got loads more to come, but right now we are sticking with the animation, albeit a very different type of one. From the beaming, sunshiny brilliance of Flowers through to something a little more dark and sultry. Grace Savage isn't an animator herself, but my word, she is creative and she thinks up great ideas such as hiring an animator, but they can be a little bit expensive. So she came up with a clever idea. I want to see if you can spot what it is in this. Grace Savage and Strange.
If I spend my time searching for the signs, they'll never arrive. I don't feel the drive. I've been told to follow my instinct, but I never know what I'm supposed to feel. And I don't even know what's real. There's something in the atmosphere.
So you are watching the video show as brought to you by Midi TV, and we wanted to kind of chat to some of the artists who are making beautiful visuals to go with their beautiful music. And so thought it seemed like a good idea to get these guys on. Ferris and Sylvester, Izzy and Archie, how are ya?
We're good. We're very, very good. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure to have you as always. Now, I wanted to get you guys on because you've always been very proactive in terms of making sure you have like a gorgeous kind of cohesive look to everything you do. And I know you put so much effort into your music videos pre-lockdown. So before we get into what you've done current lockdown, I want to go to your kind of epic that you've done so far. For an epic song, an epic video was only necessary. So Sickness, the video for that, what did you guys put into that? Where did you do it?
Well, we did that in the Blackdown Hills. Actually, there's a wood there called Naroche, Castle Naroche, and I actually grew up not too far away from there, so we knew that spot. And when we were talking to the director about we wanted somewhere moody that sort of had the woodland thing, I suggested it, and it was put on the table for a while, and then we realized actually that's a really good spot to do it. And so the original idea was that it would be a nice sort of sunny day, or it was in the middle of winter, but we imagined it being a clear day. But
you
we got
imagined you were
there
in a different country, basically.
Yeah.
Well, I think so. I don't know what we were thinking, but we turned up and it was minus whatever, absolutely chucking it down with rain, foggy, absolutely horrendous weather. And the first day we started at literally 5:30 in the morning before sunrise, because the director wanted the shot of basically the first light. So it was really moody, and Izzy and I were sitting there doing the filming thinking, oh my God, this has got to be worth it. Please let this be a good video, because it's the coldest we've ever been. And I was just sitting there thinking, I can't imagine that Matey Boy, Tom Cruise and the Top Boy actors they don't have to go through this. But we got stuck in. We got hypothermia, but it was worth it.
But it looked amazing because you got to terrify all of the locals, presumably, running around in feral fox masks and cape and whatnot.
Yeah, pretty much. We got these two. We needed two extras in it, and we couldn't find anyone. I think it's one of those things that we wanted two other people for a couple of shots, but we also had so much to think about that it was kind of like, oh my God, we haven't got the extras. And we used I don't know, I think it was your parents' neighbour's son or something like that to bring his friend along. We were like, no, don't be scared. You just got to put on these weird masks. And
at dawn, in the freezing cold, promise, it's nothing weird's going to happen. It's absolutely fine.
I know. But it was actually good fun. Everybody, the director, everyone who was there, Sam Rooks, who kind of created and directed it, he does a lot of our music videos, and he was great. Everyone was freezing, sopping wet, and he was just always positive.
Running through the woods with an umbrella, trying to keep this expensive camera equipment that we borrowed or hired, I can't remember. And we were trying to literally put it in plastic bags and keep it dry, and it was not working. And we all had a sense of human failure at one point or another.
Yeah.
But we got it done, and we're still alive.
And we're very, very proud of that one.
You should be. It is beautiful. And I wanted to bring that up because I wanted to kind of set the tone for what a departure the recent music videos have been. So you went from full crew, director, massive rig of kit and everything, to you guys at home in lockdown with a Super 8 camera, right?
Yeah. So we decided that we wanted to do this project, this EP project, and obviously we knew that we couldn't see anybody. So we were just wondering what to do with the video aspect, because for us, I mean, music videos, they're just, they're a way to tell the story visually, and that's another opportunity for you to be creative, to tell the story. And we just didn't really know what to do, and so we decided to kind of go down the home video route. But then one thing led to another, and I love the look of a Super 8. We both love it. We went to Iceland a couple of years ago and shot basically just on film and Super 8 camera, and so we knew we loved the look of it. But I mean, I know nothing about that kind of technology, so it's a big learning curve with that and the editing. But no, we just decided to kind of capture, not try to do anything too extravagant, and just capture what it was to actually make the record in lockdown. That seemed to tell the story in the best way.
Yeah. And I mean, you have released a good few videos now, plus of course a short film, which we won't go into right now because that's a whole massive conversation, because why wouldn't you release a short film? It's just an obvious thing to do. But you, as you say, chose to kind of hone in on the process with Knock You Down. Why did you decide that Knock You Down was the track that you kind of wanted to fit with your lives, literally showing kind of behind the scenes of your lives? And how did you go about putting it together? Because am I right in thinking you edited it, Izzy?
Yeah, edited it. And then when we were recording it, it was me and you kind of taking it in turns to film it.
Yeah, it was. Well, we had Michael, the engineer, and producer, Michael Rendell, who's a great friend of ours, who was working with us on it. But yeah, I guess we just wanted to show the intimacy, and the way that the video was made was very much the same as the way that we recorded the song. There was Izzy and I we did a demo, and then with Michael we redid the drums and stuff, and then Michael went away and mixed it. But it was literally drums in the front room vibe. It was, you know, as he said, passing a microphone between us, and working really long hours, and in the middle of lockdown, just like everybody else. And so, yeah, I think that's what we were trying to portray in the video. And the good thing about those Super 8 cameras, once you get them working, is basically everything you film just looks really cool and exciting, even if it's, you know, just quite simple. So the Super 8 was the extra ingredient that we needed. But you get one chance, you get 4 minutes of film, right? Something like that.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't have, it's quite expensive, so we didn't really have the budget to get, you know, loads of rolls of it. So we just said, you know, let's just get as much, let's tell as much of the story as we can. And you can't look back on it either. You just have to wait for it to be processed. So we kind of came back, and like Michael at one stage like grabbed the camera and like filmed his socks for like 10 seconds. And
he didn't quite understand the concept that we didn't have. Yeah, we didn't have time for that. And I think there's a bit in the video where Izzy and I are arguing about something, and God knows what it would have been about. Like, I don't know what the lyric was supposed to be somewhere. And Michael's filming us, and I'm going, no, don't film this bit. We've only got like 30 seconds of film left. It's valuable and film good stuff. And that's in there. That's in there because it had to be. Because it had to be.
But it's very, very raw and very real.
I love that. And that works because you guys have always said, and it's one of my favourite quotes of yours, that you like to lean into your limitations. And on that, it sounds like it was kind of nothing but. So, fair enough.
Yeah, and especially with that song as well. I mean, like, the whole song is wishing that you had the confidence and the, I don't know, kind of carefree attitude as when you're a child. And I don't know, I feel like especially in the past year, that's kind of, we've just always tried to hold on to that. And there's something about stripping everything back and making it super simple, you know, not being able to tour, not being able to leave the house, having to do everything yourself, that kind of lent a hand towards that kind of thinking. Yeah. And so everything was an experiment. Everything was exciting and new. But I mean, incredibly, you know, we're talking, bare bones, arguments and all.
Amazing. So if before we watch the video, which we're going to do in full in just a second, you could give a tip to anyone who is maybe now just having to turn their hands to it like you did, what did you learn from this process?
Sorry to interrupt. We've both learned a lot of things. Firstly, that music videos are seriously hard work. If you want them to be any good, you've got to really, really think about it, and you've got to put the time and effort in to make sure you've got the right concept and the right equipment. And so it's definitely not a walk in the park. Make sure you get friendly with some good directors who really know what they're doing, because that's, you know, we had fun making those videos, and we realized that you can, with a bit of, having said what I just said, a little bit of creativity, working within your limitations, you know, you can really push the boundaries of where you can go. Because a bit like making a music video, there aren't really any rules as long as you're properly focused on making something good.
Yeah, I think to add to that, like with the editing, I'm not a visual editor by any means.
You are now.
Well, but I really wanted to do it. So YouTube tutorials, just honestly, you know, any question you have in your head, the hardest thing is trying to kind of take what's in your head and put it into the Google search, because I'm like, why is this thing beeping? I have no idea. So that's number one, YouTube. And also, phone a friend. Like, we were alone in lockdown and stuff, but I called Sam, the director, a couple of times. I showed it around to some people. Am I going the right way? Always spell check if, like us, you're adding lyrics to it. It's actually it make it, even though your boundaries are limited and you might be on your own, make it a joint project by just reaching out to people, because anyone's input, they might not agree with you, but you're not alone in making it. So
you can make a great music video with a smartphone these days.
My God,
don't need much else.
This technology, smartphone and or a vintage Super 8 camera, one or t'other, and you've basically sorted. Well, we've had the setup now, so I reckon you should see the video. On the video show, Ferris and Sylvester, and knock you down.
I wish I was a child at school, learning about the Vikings and thinking shapes were cool. I would fight you like a knight, instead I'd fight you like a fool. I will color across the lines with green and gold, turn it on its head and make something new and bold. They don't let you do that here, you gotta stick inside your mold. I wish I was a child, but I'm sad and old. Don't let the system knock you down. Don't let the people throw you out. Don't let the system knock you down. I want pink icing a playtime on a Friday. I wouldn't follow you, instead I'd do it my own way. When did I wake up and change who I was and what I say? I was better off a child, I was wicked and brave. Don't let the system knock you down. Don't let the people throw you out. Don't let the system knock you down. I had dreams, but I cut them loose. I had so many things to do. Always found some dumb excuse. I wish I was a child, but I'm someone new. Don't let the system knock you down. Don't let the people throw you out. Don't let the system knock you down. Don't let the system knock you down. Don't let the system knock you down. Don't let the people throw you out. Don't let the system knock you down.
And there we go. Just like that, our very first video show for MIDI TV is done. Blink and you miss it, eh? We'll be back with you in 5 weeks' time, of course, for another one of these. And if you're like, Sarah, you didn't include my video and it's amazing, why not let me know about it, eh? Get in touch in the interim on my Twitter at Sarah Gosling, or of course on all of the MIDI TV socials, which you should be following anyway, at MIDI TV UK. I'll be back with you in 5 weeks. In the interim, check out all of the amazing other shows that are going on right here and have a lovely time until I see you again.